Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the south side as the Wehrmacht forces. We have the Oldster. Spawn on the north side as the US forces. We have 573540441. And I saw something on my stream. I just needed to disable. There we go. Disabling the preview on OBS tends to fix a lot of issues. So, let's see what's going on. Of course, more engineers being put on field. No barracks just yet. Wehrmacht corps on the build queue. Pioneers eyeing for the fuel point, and now perhaps afterwards heading to the munitions point. Barracks going up. Wehrmacht's quarter has been completed. Looks like more engineers. So it's going for 3 squads of engineers versus just appears to be the 2 pioneers. So it's probably going to be better capping pressure for the US forces. However, the Wehrmacht quarter should be able to fight a little bit better with that little bit extra manpower. Volksgrenadiers almost complete. Riflemen on the way.
Was wünschen Sie? What do you want? Volksgrenadiers reporting to the front.
First squad of Volksgrenadiers now out on the field. And we do got these engineers captured up the various flanks as well as in the center. Captured basically in every single direction. Not bad. Pioneers looks like eyeing for the munitions point, and now eyeing a bit of wire over here just to make sure it's nice and secure. He, of course, is on the wrong side of that house. We'll need to get to the... We'll have to go the far way around the house there. The less safe path. And now we do got a quick jeep deployed on the field as well. Over here we got the Volksgrenadiers advancing on forward. And a side note as well, my apologies for the bad quality of replay, because this map, my computer does not like this map. I have no idea why it does not like this map. Well, of course, when a replay gets submitted to me, I do try to cast it. I have no idea why it's just this map is not well liked. Jeep now advancing forward, trying to overrun that Pioneer. The Pioneer does fall back in time. No damage on the Jeep just yet, no penetrating shot. And now I do have this Pioneer squad will be receiving fire next from the Jeep. Going to be trying to knock him around. Does knock him out of the capture point there. Very nice. And our Pioneer does get some decent damage there onto that Jeep. At the current rate, the Pioneers will win. Engineers now advance forward, trying to get some good damage there onto the Pioneers. Maybe trying to stop the decapture there. Pioneers now being micro to dance around the Jeep. Volksgrenadiers now advancing forward. The Volksgrenadiers should be able to force back those engineer column, and the Pioneers do fall back to a bit of heavy cover there to avoid any additional damage. Engineers needs to perhaps pursue those engineers a little bit more so it prevents them from repairing up the Jeep. Now the Pioneers are to capture that point there. Volksgrenadiers still continues to get some additional fire onto that Jeep now. Jeep now reversing on back, and he should be nice and safe. No, the Volksgrenadiers are still advancing on forward. I do now have a second Volksgrenadier squad on the field, and a third one's on the way. Maybe a good idea to go for a casualty recovery bunker since he has so many Volksgrenadiers. That will help him potentially pull out some free Grenadiers. US player does sound like he has a squad of riflemen now on the field. Yes, we do have a squad of riflemen out in the field. Though I think the gunfire I was hearing in the background was actually part of the Volksgrenadiers. Riflemen and Volksgrenadiers engaging at long range. Fuel point has been captured with the Wehrmacht player. A quick look at the mini-map. We've got the 2 Volksgrenadiers. They could perhaps engage that rifleman no problem. Volksgrenadiers here could be receiving fire from the Jeep. The Jeep is now fully repaired. And in fact, does get a burst there on the Volksgrenadiers. Over there, riflemen are engaged by both of these Volksgrenadiers, getting some good damage onto them. And the riflemen now eyeing for the garrison. Usually I would say it's not a great garrison, but if the other windows start firing against this guy here, at least they'll get all their guns firing. Jeep now advancing forward, trying to get some damage onto the Volksgrenadiers. Doesn't exactly get a flank there. Riflemen advancing on forward, trying to get some damage onto the Volksgrenadiers. And now, yeah, this Volksgrenadier is going to just go overwhelm. There's too much forces there. Speaking about too many forces, we got the riflemen still being engaged by the 2 Volksgrenadiers. Riflemen down to less than half health, as we got the Volksgrenadiers engaging from the house in multiple angles. There's enough windows for the riflemen to engage from against those multiple squads, but he's still not going to be winning out. Rifleman squad needs to get out of the garrison. Does get out of the garrison time and does withdraw in time, receiving no additional fire. Over here, the rifle. Oh, bars. Looks like he has raised the bar with bars. And now I do have a bunker being blown up. Feel like a casualty recovery bunker. Good combination. You can go for a second one, invest into a second one. You'd be surprised how 2 recovery bunkers can really net you a lot of squads. It's easy to kill off 2 medics. It's actually pretty difficult to kill off 4 medics. It's just when they spawn twice as fast because it's 2 medic stations. Rifleman squad receiving quite a bit of damage there. Bunker now complete. And as Rifleman and Volkswagen squad many withdrawals sooner rather than later. Do now have this Pioneers advancing on forward, trying to get some damage on in, but it does get forced back off Flamer Engineers as well as regular Engineers, flanking the MG42, forcing back. Pioneers here not being upgraded with Flamer, but there is a Wehrmacht landmine there, but he does not find it just yet, which could be pretty good for the Wehrmacht player. Got now 2 MG42s on the field. He needs to get this one falling back. That Flame Pioneer poses a massive threat to the MG42. He's likely just going to lose the MG42 if he stays inside that garrison. They're likely to just lose outright. Does take out the engineer squad right there with the defense crews. Gains good damage there, and now the MG42 is now fully withdrawing. And now got these forces falling back. He looks like close save the MG42. The MG42 is setting on up, or no, poorly. Cash recovery bunker is not being researched just yet, and the Pioneer squad does fall back there as well. He does fully withdraw all these forces. Volkswagen is falling back. What is on the front line now? He does spot the bunker there. It can withstand quite a bit of abuse. Does find the landmine there onto the Flamer Engineer, so he could potentially easily save that bunker with that thinks that landmine, hitting the one squad that can actually damage the bunker. We'll take a bit of damage there. I don't think he has demolition charges. MG42 setting on up. We'll be able to get some great damage there, and does suppress 2 of those squads. Volkswagen is going to advance on forward. He can pass the select blitzkrieg, throw some assault grenades. He needs to focus down that flame engineer. You got a forward bunker being put on field. I disagree with the forward bunker. I doubt he's going to get that up. And it's pretty easy to flank that one. Infantry 42 gains some good damage there on the Jeep. And now we've got Volkswagen here. Trying to engage these engineers. Actually, the Flamer Engineer is also getting that upgraded. And now the bunker is being upgraded to casualty recovery bunker. And actually, that could net him some casualties. There's a expired casualty there. Oh, and he throws the engineers inside, but it seems a bit of fire there. He's a good damage to the Flamer Engineer, but he could just maintain max range and just take pot shots there. Got a landmine blow up by the Wehrmacht player. Very nice. And these guys do flinch forward. M42 setting up a flank there. 30 cal is firing against the Volkswagen. And the M42 will suppress that rifleman squad. Minesweeper squad push way forward. Very nice. And now do have, I think, the battle phase, not battle phase, the skirmish phase. Battle phase is the actual last phase. I just used to call them battle phases because the couple years do. Gets a good suppression there. Casualty recovery bunker is up and online. And did both those engineers just get wiped out? Nope, they managed to fall back. He will need to take out that bunker. With the skirmish phase complete, he can pull out a Krieg's barracks in order to get out a Pack 38. Engine 42 looks like just trying to hit away against this. Then 30 cal's not dropping any casualties for the medics to recover. So overall, the bunker is actually doing some decent work there. And these points along the flanks are not being bringing income because the strategic point here is just captured by the US player.
We are ready to close with the enemy. MG under fire.
30 cal does drop, or M42 does drop a model there. And now this Volkswagen is receiving quite a bit of damage there. No casualty at the moment. MG42 is full withdrawing as well. And the Volkswagen is fully withdrawal as well.
Where do you want us?
Volkswagen is receiving a bit of fire there. There's no Kampfkraft center below on the field, nor supply yard. And right now he's getting some great damage on the Volkswagen. Mine lane complete, so somebody deployed out a landmine somewhere. M42 set up a nice defensive location for flank. Medic does get gunned down there, and these rifle squads do get forced back. The other medic has been killed because the casualties looks like not being recovered. And also the Volkswagen is here receiving a bit of fire. There is a landmine right there, so that's where that landmine is, but does have a minesweeper in this region. Very nice. He's going to start cleaning up the landmine now. Though the pioneer or the engineer may get wiped out. Landmine has not been cleaned on up, so he did save the landmine. And the flame engineers, if he advances too far forward, it's about to get recamouflage. It could actually blow up right now. Does withdraw, and does blow up there. Doesn't wipe out the entire squad there, but does get a couple casualties. US player didn't want it there anymore, and he got a switch. It's no longer there anymore.
Forward supply lines
Volkswagen, our rifleman squad doesn't see the damage there. We've got the Jeep over here.
Think you can handle it? Jawohl, mein Herr.
Jeeps on the region, and machine gun placement still here, as well as the cash recovery bunker. Entry 42 setting it up, trying to engage this emplacement, gain some damage onto it, so we'll take a bit of time to clean on up. No Creeks barracks has been deployed on the field as well. And we do not see the skirmish phase just yet. He has quite a bit of resources stockpiled up. You may hear my drink opening up. Oldster here does withdraw. Got this medic being redeployed. Trying to find a casualty right there.
Point captured.
And the machine gun bunker will slowly go on down. Do now have the supply yard and the triage center now deployed on the field. So thus far, the casualty recovery bunker has covered no casualties. The medic is going to bring back this pioneer. May get still gunned down. Rifleman, Veteran C1, push way forward. Rifleman does get suppressed there by the MG42, and there's an MG42 to protect the flank of the MG42. And now got this rifleman squad trying to eye for this cutoff point. Now we do got the Kriegsberg going for Pack 38 and the mortar, Granada Warfare. Rifleman getting some damage there. Machine gun bunker almost down.
Our forward supply lines are broken.
And this point does get decaptured the cutoff point. Bunker does go down with machine gun placement there. And medic will recover the casualty. Now got this medic pushing way forward. This medic is at full health. We'll drop a couple models there, getting another casualty down on the ground. Medic now receiving some fire there. He actually focused on the medic there. And now the rifle squad is receiving suppression there. This medic was already wounded, does go down as well, denying 2 more casualties there. Volkswagen squad not really advancing forward to engage the rifleman squad.
Our supply lines are broken. We have territory out of
The rifleman does decapture that point now. Pack 38 has been deployed out in the field. Granada Warfare almost deployed, and a Grenadier on the way as well.
We are losing territory.
So far, the Wehrmacht player has not deployed out, got a doctrine selected. The US player right now is deploying out an M1 AT gun. No doctrine selected
Grenades
either.
have arrived.
Grenades have been arrived. It does have 4 command points as well. That's quite a number of command points there. Oh, he lost one of the MG42s now, didn't he? Throws out a couple. Oh no, I switched players. Does throw some grenades air into the garrison. Clears off the MG42 with one of them. The other MG42 now seeing quite a bit of fire there. Folks Grenadiers kept at that point. Yeah, I switched the player colors and that threw me off a bit. Over here, Folks Grenadiers captured that point.
Enemy unit down.
Get some damage there. Rifleman squad getting some good damage there. Overrun the Volksgrenadier. Granada Warfare in a nice place there. There's just 2 riflemen. Unvetted rifleman received a pretty nice mortar hit there, and got this. Flame engineer finds another landmine. Rifleman capturing up the multiple points on the field, and he does drop a bar. The engineers, I don't know if they can or can't pick that up. The Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers can pick that up, but the rifleman does go ahead and pick that other one up. 2 Grenadiers now pulling field, so he has a lot of forces deployed on out.
Our supply lines are broken. We have territory.
Does have Kampfkraft Center. Definitely needs to get infantry veterancy, that's for sure. And support weapon veterancy or light vehicle veterancy wouldn't hurt as well. Another casualty being claimed by the medics. Jeep finally moved around. Has it been there the entire game?
Objective captured.
You now have the Volksgrenadiers kept at the cutoff point there. And now we've got Infantry 1 there. Rifleman squad. He's damage there. There's a Volksgrenadier or Wehrmacht landmine there. And almost loses Volksgrenadier squad. Does lose the Volksgrenadier squad. But no oversight there. There's a couple casualties there. I'm not sure if he's in range. Medics are charging forward. He recovers 2 of those casualties. That will give him a free squad. M180 gun firing away. Throws another grenade there. Gets good hit down the Grenadiers. And I think the casualties may be starting to expire. Grenadiers do fall back, and now the medics are exposed. The Volksgrenadiers gain some damage down the riflemen. And now we've got the MG42 setting it up. Gains some great damage down the rifleman squad. Does throw a frag grenade there. It does decrew the MG42. The rifleman squad, it gets 4 sun back. And recovering both these casualties will net him a free squad. But now he's going to receive fire from the T-17. Rifleman squad trying to stop the Volksgrenadiers from catching that MG. He does get the MG captured up. Falls back to the Volksgrenadier. He may lose that Volksgrenadier squad. Does fall back there. One of the medics have gone down. And 1-8 or after 8 does roll a miss there. Frag grenade was thrown. Guns down the other medic. So no free grenadier there. Rifleman now trying to capture that. Does capture the MG42. And looks going to retreat back with it. Flame Engineers advance forward, does take out the T-17. It was just left there to be engaged by the PaK-38. Flame Engineers are overrunning this PaK-38. Granada Warfare setting on up, trying to engage these engineers. And its close range shot could get a great hit there. Ooh, gets a good hit there. Grenadiers could recapture that AT gun. He has 2 Volksgrenadiers, 2 Rug Grenadiers. I think one of these Volksgrenadiers. Oh, most zeal. Oh, got Terror Doctrine there. Wipes out both of those Flame Engineers. That's a big oversight. Now he's completely out of engineers. He has 6 command points.
Armor Company on fast deployment.
And now we got Armor Company going for the Calliope line. Propaganda War does get put on the field. US landmine right there.
57mm at your service.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
Looks like the MG42 has been re-secured. I'm not sure by who, though. Oh, and maybe, oh yeah, it was by the rifleman. He did not stop that from being secured up like that. Pioneers laying down some landmines over here. Now I do have a T-17 being employed on the field. Multiple rifleman squads advancing forward, getting some damage there on the Volksgrenadiers. And we've got a number of Wehrmacht landmines here. US player, his munitions not that high, so he does not have access to Allied War Machine. He could try pulling out 2 stag hounds and use that for Allied War Machine. Right now he does not have any engineers. Oh no, he does have squad engineers now. And that's a destroyed engine crit there. Volksgrenadiers maybe either rush forward with a Panzerfaust. I don't think the Grenadiers could be being upgraded with a Panzerschreck. Volksgrenadiers eyeing for Panzerfaust, fires the Panzerfaust. Looks like he got out of range, fires again. And he needs to get a bit closer to it. Fires again. Whiffing a lot of these shots of the Panzerfaust. And he still keeps on getting interrupted there. He needs to push forward with it. And gets the repaired engine crit there with his engineers. I'm surprised he was able to do that. That was a complete whiff there by the Wehrmacht player. Volksgrenadiers engaging their rifleman squad. Volksgrenadier squad does fall back. 2 casualties still only played. Now there's 2 T-17s still on field. He's going to use that for his Allied War Machine for the time being. Best not upgrade them with anything at the moment. You need the munitions. Rifleman squads advance forward against the damage around these Volksgrenadiers and Rugged Grenadiers.
200 points.
He does throw a pair of frag grenades there on the Grenadiers. I think he got a bit too much friendly fire damage there. Rugged Grenadiers getting some great damage there on that Rifleman squad. Medics are charging forward, trying to pick up some more casualties. There is a Wehrmacht landmine there. There was a Wehrmacht landmine there. It does pick up casualty right there. The other casualty has expired. Arc 38 camouflage right there. We do not got the Shroom armor being employed on the field. Going for a 2-3-4 wouldn't be half bad, or for a Neb Warfare, I would say.
Engineer squad ready, sir.
Though he still has a Grenade Warfare there, so it doesn't really need a Neb Warfare. So maybe a good idea to go for a 2-3-4. I do see a 2-3-4 on the build queue. No level of supply yard just yet. And over here, do got Veteran C2 infantry. Very nice.
One of our sectors has been cut off.
Grenade Warfare, random miss, looks
We're
like.
losing territory.
They rolled another miss there. Grenadiers and Volks Grenadiers advance forward against great damage on the Riflemen. Now the Rifleman squad does go back. Got Veteran C 1 light vehicles, which will affect the 2-3-4 and the AT gun, Pack 38.
Armored car deployed. Enough mines.
Landmines now being swept, very nice.
That's clear. Mines deactivated.
We now have the 2-3-4 advancing forward, trying to get some damage there on that engineer. Two, 3-4 gains some good damage there. Do knock out the T-17 advance forward, does find a shot there.
Under fire. We're feeling a bit naked out here.
We have the Panzerschreck.
Panzerschreck now deployed out in the field. Now over here, T-17's advancing forward. Got two T-17s and the AT gun there. Landmine was spotted there, found by the Rifleman squad. I don't know if they got Sticky Bomb research just yet. Need some shots there, 2-3-4s. You could just focus on light vehicle veterancy and eventually go for the King Tiger, which is not affected by any sort of veterancy. Volkswagen do capture the VP and do fall back. Two, 3-4 does find some shots there on the Rifleman squads. Riflemen trying to engage the Volks or regular Grenadiers. One of the Grenadiers have upgraded Panzerschreck now. And 2-3-4 is advancing forward, getting some damage there. And one T-gun will line up a shot onto these 2-3-4. Does get a good hit there. It is severely wounded now. And the T-gun does roll a miss there on the 2-3-4. We do got one of the Volkswagen now upgraded
We are
MP40s.
losing ground.
The other one is not being upgraded anything at the moment. You now have a machine gun placement going on up. The Grenade Warfare should be able to deal with it given enough time. Rifleman squads here are very wounded. Grenadiers are still a good defensive position there, just getting some sporadic fire onto that engineer. And over here, do got the Volks Grenadiers engaging the Riflemen at close range. These guys, of course, like I mentioned beforehand, they're a little bit wounded. MP40 Volks could have got some good damage there, but they're just currently running away. 2-3-4 gains some good fire there on the Riflemen. Volks Grenadiers soft retreating away to light cover. And the Rifleman squads on advance forward, and they do get forced back. AT gun, multiple AT gun shots there under 2-3-4. And T-17 rolls a bounce there. I'm sort of surprised they can actually bounce against that. Rolls a miss there at that time. And Volks Grenadiers rolls another miss there. Volks Grenadiers may eyeing for Panzerfaust. Panzerfaust attempting to be fired, but looks like it's failing overall.
We've lost the Puma.
But AT guns do take out the 2-3-4. Grenade Warfare now getting a great hit there on the AT guns there. Frag grenade does come forward. This Volks Grenadier squad needs to fall back sooner rather than later. Panzerschreck squad advancing on forward, and Minesweeper squad in the region. I think the 30 cal is hitting one of those units. Grenadiers lining up a shot onto the T-17. Rolls a miss. Now the Grenadier squad does fall back. 30 cal does suppress and pin that Grenadier.
sniper.
Fresh Wehrmacht sniper now upon field. 0 kills, so he does not know about it just yet. He could keep a camouflage in order for spotting, but I don't think he's going to do that. First shot there.
Sniper ready for the struggle.
Does look like a got a kill onto this engineer. Grenade warfare now trying to hit that machine gun emplacement. Only a little bit wounded. Now a little bit more wounded if it gets a decent hit. And it's right now hitting everything but the machine gun emplacement. There you go. Got a hit. Sort of.
Let's go, we have a lot of incoming fire.
Volkswagen squad does fall back. We don't see a 50mm upgrade on this pack on this 234. The AT gun is way back here. Does get a smoke stun shot there onto 234. Now a pair of sticky bombs raining does connect. 3 of them, and that went down very, very quickly. Infantry 2 does get suppressed down the rifle squad, and will force back the engineers. These are hitting some of these rifleman squads now. Does get some damage there. Grenadiers does see a bit of fire there. Both Grenadiers and Royal Grenadiers gain some sporadic damage as well. And dude, I got a couple grenades on this MP40's Folk squad. The first one does flinch him out of there, so he does go ahead and stay not wiped. We now got another bunker here, another casualty recovery bunker. This will commit him a lot of casualties. It's hard to kill off 4 medics as opposed to just the 2. And he could be start getting out a lot of grenadiers. I think he has already gotten a free squad of grenadiers. Yeah, it has been resetted. And as he's in the streets of fire there, Client Barrage raining on in. Oh, I hope he wants casualties, because he's not going to recover any with that thing on the field.
We lost one! Cover his position!
T-17 skirmishing around. He does have an engineer on the field. This one desperately needs it. Pack 38 lines another shot there, takes out another T-17. Both of these carcasses could be recovered by the Wehrmacht player to get a bit of extra munitions. This T-17 is fancy unfortunate to get a shot there onto the Grenadier. And does not get a shot off. Sniper firing away, getting some hits there onto this rifleman. And rolls a miss there. Gets him suppressed.
We lost the sniper.
And sniper does get gunned down. At least that sniper can provide a casualty for a future grenadier. He can pick up this rifle once again, eventually. Medics still receive a bit of fire there. Use propaganda war, force back pair the rifle squad. It looks like grenade warfare does get decrewed. Another medic charging forward, does pick up a pioneer casualty there. Sniper has been picked on up, and he will be 1 casualty away from getting out another grenadier.
We're losing
Here comes the
territory.
Calliope Barrage raining on, trying to get some damage across the front line.
Folk squad is
Does
down.
get take out the Pack 38 once again. That is a US landmine there.
Hör zu, listen up.
These forces starting to push on forward. We got these 2 Volksgrenadiers, 3 Grenadiers, and the Pioneer. Hand truck light shot there, making some Panzerfaust off as well. There's the hand truck. Fires a shot there, gets a hit neck. Finds that landmine there with the MP40 Volk squad. It's severely wounded. Let's get some damage on the Volksgrenadiers. Grenades have been thrown, get some damage here on the Grenadiers. Now do got a King Tiger deploying field. I didn't realize he had the King Tiger available. It must have been he got the command points, immediately selected it, and then deployed it. I was not paying attention to the number of CPs. So King Tiger now pulled on the field. We just have 2 AT guns here, which is good, but we'll have a bit of trouble. Calliope can soften up as well.
Yes, sir.
Both Grenadiers eyeing to capture this munitions point there, and do have the capturing before 2 in the region, getting some good damage there on these various Wehrmacht forces.
Jawohl, mein Herr.
MG42 does get suppression there on the MG42, and now the Volksgrenadiers now receiving a bit damage there. YP barrage raining on in. And some of these carcasses are going down, so you will not be able to recover them. Actually, the carcasses didn't sustain much damage. That was a good shot there on that. Was that an engineer squad? Looks like it was an engineer squad. T-17 skirting around the flanks. He may have the light vehicle efficiency, light vehicle capture capability. And Grenadier squad does get forced some back. Let's see if he's going to capture it up. Does get a kill there. Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers advance forward, gain some damage on there on the rifleman. King Tiger is right there. Grenade is spinning right on it. A couple frags on the MP40 Volk squad. All the Wehrmacht forces does get forced back. He's been spinning all his munitions on those grenades. Right now, the Wehrmacht player has a good small reserve of manpower, good reserve of fuel, small reserve of munitions. I suppose the opponent right now has a good reserve of manpower and good small reserve of munitions, as well as plenty of fuel. Tiger rolls a miss there, and when he got line of shots, throws a bounce there, and now the rifleman squads are falling on back. Let's get some damage there on the T-17. Now we do have the N42 suppressing down the engineers. Now here comes the YP barrage.
Losing ground out there.
Two Calliope's are now on the field. Gets good damage here on these Grenadiers. He does, of course, have the 2 casualty recovery bunkers, covering more of these casualties. That may need him. Nope, he just recently got a free Grenadier. Only has 5 Grenadiers on field. Somebody just got wiped out. He goes a Pioneer. Grenadiers receiving some suppression there, now as well as the fire from the Staghound.
Behalf of the grateful fatherland in the glorious struggle. Honor and blood. Attention, present this iron cross. The enemy advances.
King Tiger out of range. T-17, of course, got the Veteran 3 light tanks, no, infantry. I'm not sure what I was saying. Pack 38 is still decrewed, if not outright wiped out and destroyed. Edge Squadron gets shot there. Got the Calliope engaging onto the rifleman, and the rifleman squad does fall back. Veteran 42 still inside this garrison, getting some good damage onto these folks as they start advancing once again. And he is getting some good damage right there. I do not got Calliope barrage raining on in, trying to get some good damage on these forces. Looks like the mortar will not get decrewed, but some of these forces will, in the center of the map, will get damaged. Up north, we've got the Volksgrenadiers kept to this point. Volksgrenadiers MP40s in the center of the map, and do got a good grenade warfare hit there onto the MP42. Up north, we do have these forces being forced back. All out offensive. Okay, that's the inspired assault. He can now pull on in. Got a free squad of Grenadiers. We do actually have a 4 HQ now deployed up by the US players, trying to reinforce the captured MP42. And the MP40 Volk squad is receiving quite a bit of fire and does get forced on back. King Tiger advancing forward. We've got the Calliope rockets raining on in. Get some damage there. Grenadiers and Pantrax trying to fire away. The Rifleman squad does suppress. And this Grenadier squad is falling back away from these Riflemen. Over here, we got the T-79 to capture some points there. Engineers capture this point. Let's see, the Wehrmacht player has a good amount of, small amount of manpower, good amount of munitions, and plenty of fuel for this game. He may be not eyeing for any more vehicle assets. The US player has a small amount, actually a decent amount of munitions there, enough for Allied War Machine, and small amount of manpower and a good amount of fuel. Or Red Grenadiers do get suppressed there by the MG42. And more of these casualties now being recovered. Five here rockets raining on in. Let's get some damage over here. King Tiger being charged forward. Propaganda wards come out, force back all of those rifleman squads. And got the Grenadiers advance forward, trying to get some shots there. Grenadier squad does suppress there. Panzer firing a shot there. Multiple Grenadiers and Volksgrenadiers advancing on forward. And forward is starting to suppress these forces. Now got this, and forward starting to get overwhelmed. Looks like Parks is starting to go in there by the Calliope. Decent being advance forward to hit this Grenadier. It does get inside the garrison. There's not a lot of useful windows, but you only need one for the Panzerschreck. Looks like the MG42 has been decrewed. Volksgrenadiers have to reclaim it. Panzerschreck does connect there. Ooh, and lost the entire structure there, so no more Panzerschreck squad. But the Panzerschreck has been dropped. That could be quickly fixed. We got a fresh engineer on the build queue. Looks like he will come out, and he to stop decapturing it. Engineer does receive a good hit there, and he does not get inside the garrison once again. We may see another propaganda war right here. That seems like a good time forward. And there's a propaganda war there. He's assigned to decapture this point. Panzerschreck does get some good damage there. And that does use up the last munitions. Nothing on the build queue so far. And now here comes the Calliope rocket barrage. The garrison itself should be able to stand quite a bit of damage there, but does get pushed away from the building. Now got the Grenadiers advance forward, trying to get some damage there on these AT guns. Grenadiers receive a bit of fire there.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
And now I do have that AT gun now being decrewed.
Okay, Volksgrenadiers, welcome to the squad.
And does her capture that point there. Need tries to decapture it. The US player does not have a whole lot of DPs remaining, 25 remaining. With triple capture against them, he's going to need to immediately get this point decaptured. But there's an MG42 in this region. He has light vehicle decapture. He should be using that. He is going to sacrifice it. And the engineers will be suppressed there, and you're receiving too much damage to stick around. There's light vehicle infantry, and the MG engineers do get annihilated. 8 guns firing shots down the King Tiger. He doesn't have to keep the stuff alive, just needs to keep the stuff alive long enough. Now's a very good time for inspired assaults. There's so many VPs, little VPs remaining. Does lose that Volksgrenadier or Red Grenadier squad. Light vehicle trying to capture the point. The King Tiger needs to advance forward, start hitting that P-17. That's right now finding some rounds there onto the riflemen. MP40 squad about ready to get wiped on out. Grenadier squad down to one last model as well. Looks like wants to stick around there. Does fall back now. T-17 does decapture the point there, but does get it destroyed. I think that actually went down to the MG42. And right now this rifle squad is about to go down the bar. Somebody dropped the bar. Dude out got the forces engaging. This one has been decaptured, and now the US players VPs are counting down, and with this double capture, that will seal the deal. King Tiger still firing around. Does pick up a bar there. One of the rifle squads. Grenade has been thrown. Explodes the Grenadier. And that is game. This is Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.